Welcome back to Simple Sourdough. So today is one of our most busy days. We are preparing for a huge bread sale tomorrow, and we always try to make as much bread as we can. Today we will make around 150 loaves. We'll make the oval loaves that you have seen the recipe for in the previous videos, and we'll make some of the round loaves as well. And then we make all kinds of other bread. We make some ciabatta, some buns, some Danish rye bread, and if we have time for it, then we make some kind of pastry in the end. So what you see here is a lot of sourdough that we have prepared last night before we went to sleep. And now it's ready for us here in the morning. So it's at its peak almost. And what we're going to do, we want to scale out all our doughs now, and then we want to start all the autolyses, and then we'll add the sourdough afterwards. So if you're new to this channel, please like and subscribe. That helps us out a great deal. And this will be more of a video just showing you guys some behind the scenes stuff. So I hope you enjoyed, and let's get started. So our sourdough is ready. This one has been fed 1 to 20 to 20. So it's ready for us now. And it smells nice and acidic and very fresh and mild, which is nice, and it gives a nice mildly tasting bread. If we want some more acid in our bread, I know some people prefer that, especially I've seen it in some of the sourdough bakeries in the United States. They have some quite acidic bread. Then we are just cold fermenting it for a longer time to evolve a deeper taste. So now we have our sourdough and we're going to mix. So I'm starting the mix, and well, this is obviously not the best machine for this job, because here we have almost too much dough in this kettle. So the machine has a hard time just mixing the dough as it is. Most micro bakeries, they are using spiral mixers, but this is a great machine for a start if you don't want to break your budget on all kinds of machinery. For now we are not baking very often, so this is a fine solution for us. We'll just give the dough some more folds towards the end. So let's get to it. Just going to mix it at low speed for the start, and then I will add a bit of water. Okay, so I'm using some hot water now because I want to keep the dough temperature, and I can just lift it up like this. Some people prefer to use a knife for this job, but if I just hurry up and do this before the dough has relaxed too much, then I can actually do it way better by just using my hands, and way quicker as well. And since this is a one-man job at the moment, it's just necessary for me to do it like this. So I'm just dividing the dough into both of these boxes. And now I have done it a few times, so I know just by eye measurement around how much I need in each. And the last bit of dough here, I can just fold it up a few times, and then I should be able to move it all at once. So here we have enough for the first 50 bread. And now I'm going out to start my next autolyse. And now I'm going to show you what I'm doing while the next dough is autolysing, because we have to be pretty effective with what we are doing at all times. So now my next dough is autolysing, and this is the place I go every time I know there's some kind of downtime. Then I will just start preparing some baskets. Here I got a mix of wheat flour and rice flour, And I just want to cover up these bennetons very nicely. These are, right here I got some new ones, so I have to give them a bit extra rice flour. If I have one that has been used a few times and it's already covered in a lot of flour, then I'm just giving it way less. So to be as effective as possible, once again, this is a good downtime job, preparing baskets. And it's a nice and relaxing job. I enjoy every single process of making sourdough bread. Yeah, that's the oval baskets. The round baskets is the same. You have seen maybe our latest video where we are making some round bread. That's it. Just always make sure if you are baking very regularly on, say, a bigger scale, then you need to have two set of baskets, because if you are baking in the same baskets every day, at some point they will just start getting moldy. Unless you have some kind of an oven you can put them in so they can dry out. Or if you live in a climate where it's very hot, then they might dry out in time for you to use them again. Sunshine, and it's hot in here, which means all our doughs will be working quickly. Most of our baskets are ready, and the first couple of doughs are also starting to look ready. See, these are the two first we made. Nice and bulky. They have been folded for 2 times. This is our whole grain dough for our round proofing baskets. And over here we got a very wet dough for some ciabatta bread. So next up, we are going to make room on the table and get ready for pre-shaping. So now our dough has rested for around 4 hours and we are ready to pre-shape them. I've already pre-shaped a bit over here. Going to flip them out and hopefully they release from the box. Looks pretty satisfying. Yep. lige skubbe det her godt ud.
Så mangler bare lige ben. Nej. Vi er fandme ikke bestilt nogen.
Den er det.
Kan I komme ud? Du har det der træer, det gør på.
Hvad siger du?
Du har træer, det gør på.
Og hvor melet?
Mor, vil du tage nogle flere kugle? Ja, bare lige sætte dem frem til.
So here is our whole grain dough, the round bread that we made in a previous video. You can find the tutorial on the side here. So just same way as we are shaping our other bread, I'm just going to pre-shape this bread as well. So this is a more dense dough, much less elastic. And a lot less airy. And because it has more whole grain as well, it's also a lot more sticky. Shape up some round bread with a lot of whole grain. Pretty easy method here. I'm trying to push out as little air as possible. The day is nearing its end, and as you can see, our fridge is completely filled with bread. That is the biggest satisfaction you can get. And another satisfaction, we got our oven in, lifted it up. We are at the first, what do you call it, first floor up here in the bakery. And yeah, I'm going to go home and get a bit of sleep, and then I will wake up in the morning and start baking and shooting some YouTube at the same time. It's 2 a.m. and everybody else is asleep, so this is a funny time to be awake. I really love this time where everything is nice and quiet. Brought our coffee machine so we can serve some nice fresh roasted coffee for our guests. And prepared the scoring knife with a fresh blade. The ovens are preheating, so now I'll just sit and enjoy the quiet time with a cup of coffee, and then we'll start baking. So I'm just going to show you the most important moment. Every time we get in here, we always check the dough to see how they are standing in our baskets. And it's looking great. They haven't collapsed and they haven't over fermented. Okay, so this is the end of the video, and as you can see, we have baked all the bread, and I completely forgot to film because there were so many people, so we are almost sold out of bread, but you can see some of the bread that we have left. Here's how they turned out. We made some sourdough buns, in some rye bread. And there's also a tutorial for this rye bread on the channel. Ciabatta with the potatoes and some round whole grain loaf. Okay, so that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and like the video. Yeah, see you next time.